This is actually just a little snippet of Beethoven's Symphony No. 1 as performed by the Santa Clarita Philharmonic Orchestra. They're well into their season this year. Their next performance coming up this Sunday. Here with me from the Santa Clarita Philharmonic is Mark Elfont. Good morning.
Good morning, George.
Always glad to have you back. I'm going to let this play just a little teeny bit while we're talking. I'll have it in the background here. I want to talk a little bit about the Philharmonic because, of course, aside from Beethoven's Symphony No. 1, as we're just listening to in the background for a little bit, you also have a Pops show, though, coming up this Sunday, so it's a little bit of a different take. Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure, that's correct. This Sunday at Hart High School at 3 o'clock, we're having our annual Pops concert. We do 3 concerts a year, November, February, and May. And February has been our Pops concert. And what that means is that we play music that's not in the traditional classical vein. Popular music includes show tunes. This concert we're doing selections from Oklahoma, and then we're also doing a film score. We're doing Superman Returns by John Williams, and then we're doing one of my favorite pieces. If any of the folks are old enough to remember the Victory at Sea, was on television many years ago, back in the 50s, and Richard Rodgers actually did the score for Victory at Sea. So we'll be playing some of that, different selections from Victory at Sea, and we're also doing some Gershwin tunes, a medley of Gershwin tunes. But the real show grabber that we have coming up for the second half of the concert, there's a group in town called Emerald. It's Mark Asparo and Margie Rusomano, and they have a 5-piece group that they put together, and they do what they call adult contemporary pop. They write all their own songs, all their own music and lyrics and everything, and they will be performing with us. Mark has been a great asset to the orchestra. He did some original compositions for us at our 2 previous Pops concerts, and now we've invited him in with Margie, and the orchestra will be providing full backup for his contemporary pop music. So he's written all the scores for us, and it should be really exciting. We're looking forward to it.
Well, that sounds terrific. And I'll tell you, as a World War II-ophile that I am, I do remember Victory at Sea, not from the day, but I've seen the reruns. I believe it's also, if you just want to check out some of the music or see what it's about, I think it's on one of the streaming channels now, too, so it's very easy to find. But I think that's terrific. And especially, I mean, for people out there who may not be as much into Beethoven, Chopin, Mozart, etc., etc. This is an opportunity. If you're not a full-time, as a great music lover, as they call it, everybody loves a good show tune.
Yes.
There is hardly anybody I know that isn't kind of attached to Broadway in one way or another. No matter how tough and gruff they are, they will still kind of toe tap to Oklahoma show tunes. So I think this is terrific. You always have something for everybody.
Yeah, we try. And yeah, Oklahoma is a great show. Great music from that, So yeah, we're looking forward to it. It should be fun.
And as I mentioned, anytime you come on, it's always a good opportunity to bring the kids, to educate them. Even if they never plan on getting into music, you never have any plans for them to get into music, it's always a good opportunity to educate them on this type of music, because it does really open up the mind for other types of education and just a learning experience for them.
Oh, absolutely. There's been many studies that show how the appreciation of music and listening to music can really help in many other areas, math, science, and other areas of education. And it's great because we have some really good music programs here in the school system at the with the Hart District, with their schools. They have West Ranch has a full string program. Other schools are starting to introduce some string programs, and it's great that the young people get exposed to live music, and we call it orchestral music. We try to get away from the term classical music. In fact, somebody asked me the difference between a symphony orchestra and a philharmonic. Well, strictly speaking, like the Boston Symphony, a symphony orchestra only plays symphonies by its name. Now, that's not true. They play other music. But by its name, the Philharmonic plays all types of orchestral music, whether it's symphonies, whether it's concertos, or the more popular music that we have, more contemporary music. And that's really the basis for almost all music. When the cavemen started beating on logs as drums, music evolved, and then we went through the Renaissance period and the early stages of music, and it all comes as evolution. So it's good to give the kids an experience exposure, and it's different when it's live as opposed to just hearing it on the radio
Very true.
or something. It's you see what the musicians are doing to make the effort.
The artistry of the musicians playing the various instruments is amazing. I remember being 8 years old and being exposed to that for the first time and just being blown away by how they do it, you know. And plus I want to do two things. This keeps the kids quiet for a couple hours. More importantly, though, this is a free concert. Your
Yes.
concerts are free.
Our concerts are free. Hart High School at 3 o'clock. We encourage families to come as a group and enjoy the music that we provide.
Hart High School Auditorium on Newhall Avenue, just north of Lyons. Very easy to find. And this is this Sunday, 3 o'clock. The SC Santa Clarita Philharmonic Orchestra's annual Pops concert. But you do accept donations as well at your
absolutely.
website, scphilharmonic.org. Always good to donate to the arts. Mark, always a pleasure having you come out again. The Santa Clarita Philharmonic Orchestra's Pops concert, free this Sunday. Hart High School Auditorium on Newhall Avenue. We have information on that on our website as well at hometownstation.com. But check out their website too, scphilharmonic.org. Thanks a lot for stopping by.
Thank you, George.
You bet.